So, gentlemen, welcome to today's show. And make sure that you do subscribe, make sure that you like, and make sure that you share in order to help a brother out. So, today's discussion is very important, and make sure you tag along until the end because today is going to be a fire. And today's takeaway, today's takeaway um, includes two very, very important issues. One is that any situation that you find yourself in is very unique to you because the situation you find yourself in is directly correlated to the type of person that you are. And the second takeaway for today is you trying to hold women to account. You trying to make women to be accountable is weak of you. And those are the two major things we are going to cover here today. And make sure you're very, very, very attentive because this is going to change your mindset concerning how you approach women and how you approach interactions when you're dealing with women. So, without wasting time, let's dive into it. And I want to play a clip, and this is Obina. And he posted about him wanting a wife. I mean, a wife material. And unfortunately, he received a lot of backlash. And this is what will help form the foundation of our discussion so that you can learn something new that will help you become more efficient when you are dealing with women. So listen to this.
What's up, everybody? You got it top. There are no white material women remaining on earth. Or at least in Kenya. So last night, why am I saying this? So last night I did a post. I said I did a post that I'll get a wife, and I put a couple of qualities that I'm looking for, my preference. However, the only last quality was my preference, apart from Nyash. The others were the bare minimum, like entry level type of stuff. For example, like having a woman say she wants a man who's a provider, a man who's a protector, a man who's loving, like it's bare minimum type of stuff. And people look at the comments, it's just like, yo, what happened to the society? Like where did the good women? Because now nearly everybody's complaining. What could you be? So, what you love that? Would you be?
So there's no wife material left, and that is bullshit. Because instead of you admitting that you can't find any wife material, or the wife materials that are there don't want you, if you can go with that narrative, because I don't subscribe to that notion of certain women being wife material or wifey material. And sometimes you need to be very careful about how you approach, or let me put it this way, you have to be very careful how you portray yourself to women, because it's a huge mistake you trying to have this image of you that says I'm struggling to get women. And the quickest attraction killer is you seeming to have no success with women and putting that out to other women to say. Because what most guys don't understand is women want guys who other women want. And you might have all those qualities that a woman requires. But if you are coming forth with this attitude of, I'm looking for women, you without knowing, you are putting it out that you're struggling to find women, then that right there will be the end of you. That's what you need to understand. So I don't know what qualities he was looking for in the first place, but I think we'll see that in a minute. But you have to understand, never present yourself like a person who is struggling to get women. Even if that's your reality, even if you have zero women, even if you have few women, never let it be known to women that you are struggling when it comes to other women, because that will put you in a position of you not being acceptable to them, or you not being attractive, or you being unattractive. So never try to do that mistake. And another thing, guys think that just because they've worked hard and they can provide and they can do all these things, guys tend to think that because women act as if they're stupid, that's their default setting. Well, in real sense, or well, in the reality, women will fake being, or they will fake having good intelligence or being intelligent. And the reason they do this is because they want to act as if they don't know anything, in order to deceive guys who are naive. So I don't want to talk much. Let's listen what qualities he wanted.
And I'm looking at it, I'm like, what did I say that is so out of this world? Haya. Asasa hakunywi pombe. Havuti bangi. So in short, you find a woman who is always in control of her environment. Because when you get intoxicated, you cannot be in control of the environment most of the time. Unless you're a professional alcoholic and drinker. You're a professional. Yeah. But a normal human being, like kunywa kidogo lazima ikudestabilize. Haya. Nikakuja nikasema hapendi vita. Okay. What's the problem with that? Unataka demo mwanaume anapenda vita, like always constantly fighting over shit that you should not be fighting about. Is that what you want? Kwa nini kwa hapa? Kitu kwa hapo tunapanguze. Ndio look. There you go. Haya. Nikasema anajua kupika. Okay, my dear, hujui kupika? Like that's like a human being skill. That's a life skill. Like even if you're a man now, you could pick her. Come on, man. Now, now you're a woman and now you could pick her. Come on, man. That's a life skill. Like entry level type of shit. I am. Because I'm not Jituma. I want someone who's self-driven. You're not self-driven, or you're waiting for other people to sukuma. No, that's not my job. You need to be self-driven so that when you're working towards something, I can push you, boost you to work towards something. You see? So what's the problem with that? You be. I am. Because I'm not going to propose that. Nobody wants a radio. Yeah. No one can propose that. No way to talk, no way to keep quiet, know how to talk about it. There are some people who don't have that skill. I want to song that unacheki. Haya. Nikasema hapendi uongo. Oh, don't napenda uongo. Sio? Because I talk about this like, so nataka wife mwenye anapenda uongo. Unaona hata unapigia bebuko, niko kwa mamangu. Sema mama sio sikia kuna ndevu. Yaani yeah, just simple honesty. Haya. Female and female friends. I don't want a wife who has like a few male and female friends. No. If she has a lot of friends, either male or female, means she does not have self-control. If you have self-control, most of the time you will not have a lot of friends. Because friends are attacking and are now wave. 20 years. So let's not put up on a tattoo, female, male. Oh, somebody, yeah, but now they also tied. No. Not happen. Not on my watch. Nikasema anajiheshimu. She got to respect herself. Because if you're a woman, even a man, and you don't respect yourself, then you lose respect for me because it starts with you. You got to respect yourself. There's some things you can't do that you just sit down and say, yeah, but kama hujiheshimu, nayo kufa gari kufa dereva. Haya, nikasema napenda watoto. That's like a simple life skill. If you don't like children, I'm not just talking about mine. Wako kuna mama zao. Wataleta sisi tutaka kuzaa wako. Ama watoto wa jirani, tutaki kimutu. Unataka mtu kwa lift amechuna mtu wenyewe. Uko na kesi kwa ploti. Oh, bibi analala watoto wanatoka bio. Come on, man. Yeah. And then if someone likes children and the children like them, it means their aura is good. Positive aura, positive vibes. Haya. Mcha Mungu. You have to go God fearing. It's a very simple thing. Mwanamke aombi ako tu. Ai, wewe ni mchawi. It's a very simple thing. Just be God fearing. I'm not saying that sasa ukoka asa una no, I'm just saying be God fearing. Ukiogopa Mungu, there are some things. By the way, if you are God fearing woman, there's some things there's some struggles you're not going to because by yourself and your this is not right by God, not even by your husband, by God. Hata anafanya the way it's supposed to be. Alafu nikasema body count iko chini. Yeah. I didn't say zero body count. Mungu sahihi with this generation na zero body count. Lakini body count iko chini kidogo. Sisi naendelea kwa mtambo yote imekujua. Obina no. Inafaa body count chini. I looked at the number to it, but body count kuna mtu ana 50 body count iko chini. Kuna mtu ni 10, kuna mtu ni 2, kuna mtu ni 0, kuna mtu ni 100. It depends. But now preference. Alonso don't sit down and to everybody. Because everyone lies. Everyone anamjudge for. Wanachanga kwa 4 5. Akisonga sana ni 6. But wanataka wameniambia mimi imekuwa kwa 20 wake, wote. Ndio mind yako watachanga chini. Alafu kama nikasema tunanyash. Now that is preference. That is for me now. All these other things are for the society. No, now for me. What do I want for me?
So there's a lot you can learn from that, whole, speech, because I can only call it a speech because there's no sense, being spoken. So this is it. The reason why he came up with a list of qualities that he wants, and those qualities can teach you something. And I don't want to demonize this because I know it's something that represent a lot of guys. A lot of guys envision themselves, with a woman with all these qualities. But sometimes the way you put things will show a very different picture of you. And this is what I mean. When you come out in public and say that, you don't want a woman who smokes, you don't want a woman who drinks, you don't want a woman who is combative, you want a woman who likes children, you want a woman who is prayerful, you don't want a woman who is this and that. Sometimes guys think that they are very socially intelligent people, and they think of women as less socially intelligent persons. That's why guys try to correlate things like, if a woman has a high body count, then it means this and that. If a woman is this, then it means this and that, to display, the understanding of how social life or socialization work. And let me shock you a little bit, because if there's people who fake insubordination, that must be women, because women will deliberately fake insubordination in order to sell you a particular image, or in order to sell a particular image to a particular set of guys. And the moment you complain about, women drinking, women smoking weed, women having no sense of direction, women being combative, women being having a low body count, women having less male and female friends, there's something else you are communicating indirectly. And what you are telling people is that you've had a situation in your past where you dealt with chaotic women. And because women are socially intelligent, they know that that particular woman must have faked that particular insubordination. And because you dealt with this type of woman, then you are communicating to women that you must fall to a certain category of guys who women do with them whatever the fuck they want. And that's why he's complaining about all that backlash that he received, because once you put yourself in a situation that says below women, then that's when you put yourself in trouble. And I've already told you guys, whatever you do, don't come out or don't put it out that you are struggling when it comes to women, even if you are struggling, because that even even makes it more difficult to even untie yourself from those problems. So never do that, because this is a very, very bad mistake. Another mistake guys do is making physical appearance be a priority when choosing women, because he's saying that a woman to be God fearing, and all those good qualities belong to the society. In fact, he admitted that a woman being, God fearing, a woman being a lover of children, a woman being, being able to cook, a woman being able to do this, all those qualities for the society may just need a physically attractive woman, but that in itself communicates where your priorities lie when you're dealing with women. And women are very, very intelligent. And I'll keep on telling you these things. Women are very socially intelligent. And if you say that your priority, as far as you are concerned, lies on physical beauty, that communicates to women that you are the type of guy that puts attractive women or beautiful women on a pedestal. And guess what happens to guys who put women on a pedestal? Women never respect those guys. Women will always cheat on those guys. Women will always trash those guys. And the list goes on and on because, as far as they are concerned, you are a guy who is shallow and superficial. Then they will act in a superficial way when it comes to you. And that's why it is becoming very hard for Oga to get a wifey or a wife material because even if you're very successful, you have all these things going on for you, you're still the same guy who is coming off as needy and as cringy. And even if you have all this going on, this particular side of you will not work out until you learn that you have to present yourself in another version, because it all comes down to presentation, because how you present yourself shows your understanding or shows the type of person that you are. So when you put all these conditions, first of all, you're communicating that you've not been having a good experience when it comes to women. And guess how I know that? Because a guy is complaining about a woman with a high body count. And anytime you make it known to women that you fear women who have a high body count, that communicates that you yourself, you've not been having the kind of success that you would want when it comes to women. Because if you've been ha- you if you had the type of success that you wanted, you won't worry about it because you've been doing it yourself. Then it won't be a problem to another person. But because you personally, you've not been having the success or the sexual experiences that you would want to have, then that's why you see or you take it as unfair if another person have been getting all these experiences and it looks like you missed out and something like that. That's how women know these things. So all you are communicating here is how unattractive you are and how cringe you are. And women fear guys who come off as like this because these guys are guys who seem to be controlling in relationships. They tend to be controlling. They seem to be, emotional and all those, uh, you know, feminine things that women don't want to have around. So you have to be very deliberate and very particular and very careful and very, very keen with how you're presenting yourself and the image you're putting out there to women about yourself, because that really, really is important when you are going out there to talk to women. So let's finish this off so that we can make our final remarks.
You know, for the push, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, ukivaa nguo na ka smart nini tukitembea na wewe usomea watu majizo like god damn. That's a fine show right there. And I also want to look at you and get attracted. Men are visual beings. I want to look at you like god damn, that's my babe. Si ati uko hivi tena nakwambia baby wewe mimi nimekupenda tu lakini nikipatana na mtu ako na nini. Yeah, so I did that post. And comments, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Nakwambia watu wamekuja, wewe jiumbie wako. Wewe, I'm like, what is the most, by the way, there's a comment that someone did that I posted here. Anasema, those are qualities of non-living things. Yeah. I was like, what do you mean? Non-living? Okay, kwani mnaona kina nani huku? Nimekuwa kafikiria along that I am the problem. Kumbe I'm not the problem? God damn. So wewe unataka ukuna pia pombe unavuta bangi, hauna self control, hauogopi Mungu, hauna nyash, hauna akili zako, haujisukumi, hauna self drive, haupendi watoto, mdomo iko tata, lakini unasema unataka kukaa kwa ndoa. Kidogo tricky. Ngumu kidogo. Kwanza ni ngumu sana, hata si ngumu kidogo. Ngumu sana. Think about it, man. Wanaume mbali maneno. Mbali? Iko sawa? Hapa kuna kitu nimesema je mbaya. Sio ndio mimi mama. Je yako wapi? Iko sawa, sio? Hapo kwa nyashi tusisitize. Ni preference. Sisi tunasema sasa lazima is preference. Kuna mtu mwenye anapenda tuzo. KCC. Unaona? Kuna mtu anapenda kila mtu ana preference. Wewe tu mademu ana preference. Unasema kama mwanaume ana pesa mimi sitaki. Kuna unasema kama mwanaume si kama Mlez mimi sitaki. Kuna mwanaume anataka mtu kama yeye 1GB. Kuna mwanaume anataka mwanaume ana kichwa kubwa kama yangu. It's preference, man. Absolutely preference. Because ukiwa ukishaolea society yo ana tabia nzuri anafanya sasa unaenda party yako. Shehe nanunua, anataka kununuliwa. Mimi kununua leo. Ikiwa ugani, ikiwa natural, ya kununuliwa bwana. Inanunuliwa, jenzi tui au jenzi inanunuliwa kwa mademu waje hizo ni kama sisi tunatengeneza. Yeah, if somebody has a good body by they know they've earned it, they've worked for it. Bye.
So, I don't know whether you've noticed that remark that Obina have put forth, that, he wants a woman who or whom his G's we look at and say that that's a fine shorty right there. And these are the things which will make a woman lose respect for you completely. Because imagine if a woman finds out that you only married them so that you can get validation from your buddies. That's how superficial you come off as. And it will cost you. And I know it's almost tempting for guys to describe women physically and say they want this and that. But the last thing you want to talk about is that. And if you're keen enough, you've noticed that whenever women are asked about the type of guys they want, they never talk about the looks of those guys. And you might think well, this is not something important to women, but women are very, very socially intelligent because their priorities when it comes to men are very particular and they are not, you know, superficial as guys are sometimes I mean, because I cannot deny the fact that sometimes women are superficial, but men are more superficial than women when it comes to describing the qualities they want. And even at gunpoint, never nay or make it known your physical type, or never describe a woman physical appearance, because what that does is because is it makes women see how superficial you are. And these are the type of conversation that you should avoid, and avoid anything that demonstrates that you've been struggling when it comes to women, because you are only killing your attraction level. So you may think that, oh, you're just putting women to account. Women need to work out. Us, we've gone to the gym. We have good bodies. Why are not? Why are women, looking the way they look? Don't they know we want this and that? It serves you with nothing when you come out and say your physical type out here. And what that does is that it only shows how superficial you are. Because whenever a woman notices that you are paying attention to her beauty or to her anything, remember that most women don't have to earn their physical attraction or their physical appearance. And anything that you don't earn, you don't really value it. So if you value a woman's beauty and the woman herself did not work for it or did not earn it, then that's where you put her on a pedestal. And I've told you what happens. So never try to say or to put out there what your physical type is, or describing or describe a woman outwardly or physically, because anything that you're trying to speak out regarding or surrounding this topic is an attraction killer. Because if you've been getting this type of women, then you won't really talk about it, because you it shows that you are there. But the only guy who is going to be obsessed with describing the type of woman he wants is the guy who have not been having these experiences. And that's why he's excited to have these kinds of women, because he thinks that they're special, and he thinks that he will get validation from other people because he is dating this type of women. So I can't emphasize this enough. Be very careful what kind of image you're presenting yourself or you're presenting to women about yourself, because it's going to determine the way women treat you, and the way women view you, and the way women respond to you. So I don't have anything else to tell you guys. You just have to take that in, because that's the way things work. So, anyways, let me conclude this by saying that always be grateful, guys, because situations are not as bad as they look, and things would have been worse, but they are not. So always be grateful. So, without anything else to say, allow me to say that I'm out.